welcome back to Monstrosities, a vlog of Tokusatsu. I am your host, Matt Burkett, and this, of course, is the After Dark stream. Haven't done one of these in a while. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope your weekend was fantastic. Hope life is treating you amazingly. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, but we will get to that in one momento. Let's see who's in the house. We got my buddy Joey. What is up, my friend? Garzilla, always good to see you. Doomzilla. God's Writer, Vapor Dreams, Toku Punk Productions, Golden Pig Studios. Hello, my friend. Samsonar. Wow, James, we got a lot of people in here. Zandler, what is up? What is up? Valerie, what's up? Roshane, Jaws, man. Good seeing you, my friend. I think I actually saw Davis in here earlier too. So, yo, thank you so much for coming in, guys. It is good to see you. Like I said, it's been a little bit. I gotta say, I had a gym too. Oh, is my volume low? Hold on, hold on. Is that a little bit better? Maybe. Hold on. Let's see if we can do this. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Oh boy, can't wait to see what's on the memo tonight. Oh, Davis. You guys good? Laura, what is up? Hope you're well. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Okay. So, all right. I think everybody, okay, the base is boosted, says the paleontologist. Yo, guys, it is good to be here. It's been a long little bit. I hope you guys are doing well, like I said. This stream is going to be a weird one. I'm just forewarning you, okay? Because it's going to be a combination of a lot of positive stuff and some, not all sunshine and rainbows. Like it's not, it can't be like that all the time, especially when we're talking about what happened this past weekend. But so I'm going to start off this stream because I've been getting some comments from people privately, not publicly, privately saying that I've been skewering a little bit too on the negative side as of late. It's kind of hard not to disagree with them in some circumstances, right? So we're going to start this stream off with sunshine and rainbows portion, the positives, the good stuff, right? So what I did this past weekend along with Paige was that After Dark stream being weird, that would be a first. Oh man, James, thank you. Oh, thanks, Bryce. Thanks. What? Not sunshine and rainbows? That doesn't sound like Matt. You guys are great. Yeah, so we went to Anime Matsuri this past weekend. Anime Matsuri 2021 in Houston, Texas. We got to where Godzilla has a big presence because Toho is the official Godzilla pop-up store there, of which Jazzman, who also made our lovely After Dark intro, and he's also in the chat, he was helping running that. But it's the big thing that has gotten a lot of our fandom's attention, and it's primarily the main reason why I ventured out there to begin with, right? The original idea was that it's going to be me, Max. You guys remember Max? And then eventually Paige wanted to come along, and Laura and Nick of the Review Roulette podcast. And it was going to be, this big friend thing, and a lot like G-Fest. I mean, with all the stuff that's been going on the past year, guys, we all need a vacation, right? We all want to get together with friends, and, especially, with friends that are, spread across the country, sometimes the world, and it just sounded like a really, really good kind of thing to go and do, right? Just to I told you I was going to tell you the positives, but I just want to tell you about the lead up kind of going in here without saying too much personal stuff, right? Basically everybody had to drop out at the last minute, not because they wanted to, but because of family emergencies, because of illness, because of just really wacky randomness, right? So that big group that I just described to you, it was just Paige and I. We went out there, but Nick and Laura couldn't go. Max couldn't go. We were supposed to meet up with Adam, Scry Productions, who is always out here. It was, but he was unable to do it because of stuff happening. and that kind of like that took a lot of the zest out of things. You know what I mean? Just because of the fact that like, it's really about the people. Now, to be fair, we got some, there were definitely some good people I hung out with. I mean, some that's putting it lightly, but just that initial group that was supposed to go, like we were all really looking forward to it, and I felt so bad for all of them that they weren't able to make it. Because it would have definitely have been a better experience had they actually been able to come along. But it is what it is. Eventually, at some point, Paige and I and Laura and Nick will be able to get together and play games and have fun. But I guess the universe was just saying it was not this time. But on the opposite end, the people that we did get to hang out with, specifically on Saturday night, we had an absolutely epic game night, especially on the super fight side of things. But it was me, it was Paige, it was D-Man 1954, his two friends, Davis Titan Goji, and Godzilla Gamer 77, Cole. If Cole was in here, I would have messed up his name on purpose because it's like an in joke, and that was super fun. I've met Derek and Davis before. Cole I've met for the first time, but I like Derek and Davis a lot on the personal level. Love to hang out with them. They're good kids. I call them kids because I'm quite a bit older than they are. But it was good seeing them. Derek was kind of doing all the Godzilla stuff that weekend, so he was running all the panels and he was dealing with the guests and he was doing all this stuff. And it was he did a really good job under the circumstances that he was given, and it was great. He did a good job, and that it was really positive to be able to see those guys. We also ran into Jaws who's in here. He was running the Godzilla store. Didn't get to hang out with him too much because he was, like I said, running the store, but we got to talk a little bit when we were in line. And then we also met up with Mark Rodriguez, who you guys, I forget what he goes by in the chat, but Mark has come in quite a few times here in the After Darks, and he was super cool. He had a car over there that was like Evangelion / Godzilla. It was pretty cool, right? It was pretty cool. And that's about all I'm gonna say positive about the con. Honestly, I'm gonna save the rest of. Unfortunately, there was just stuff that happened, and again, a lot of it's gonna be personal perception and stuff. But there was things that really got me thinking about a lot of stuff. Let's just put it that way, right? But like I said, this is the sunshine and rainbows portion of the stream, right? The first half of that Friday that we went of the first con was an absolute just just it sucked. Last half, like I said, on Friday night we got to hang out with the guys, the YouTube guys. Then on Saturday, Paige and I went around and hit up all the local haunts in Houston, right? And what's amazing about Houston, which I never knew about, is that they have a huge Japanese population there, right? And I just want to call out just a couple of like random places that we went to, only because I think that if you guys are ever in the area, you guys need to go, right? And it's just going to be real quick, and I'm going to show you this little haul that we have. But this place, Japan House, right? A little store in this little shopping center. So cool, guys. Vintage collectibles. I mean, you can see here they have like appliances and stuff, but they also have like a really big anime section with tokusatsu stuff. They have like Gundam model kits and everything. The picture that's right there that you see of like the actual sign with the like the stuffed animals in there and everything, like that must be an old picture because it did not look like that the other day. But it was a small place, but my God, it was fantastic. Paige found all this Yuri on Ice stuff there. She's a big Yuri on Ice fan, and that anime is old by this point, 4 years, I think, just about. But she was finding all of this really, really cool, like these buttons and everything. Usually, finds like that for her are reserved for book offs in Japan. So the fact that she was able to actually have that experience in Houston was tremendous. And like I said, they had a lot of vintage stuff. I didn't end up buying anything. The prices on the vintage stuff was a little bit too much, but still just being able to look around and everything. Oh man, dude, I can't even tell you how freaking cool it was. So Japan House is definitely someplace you should check out. It was right in the same vicinity as this Japanese marketplace. And what was fun, we wandered in there and they actually had a bunch of candy toys, right? And I needed to pick Max up something because I didn't actually, you know what? I don't even think picked up Laura something as well, but I don't actually have it on me at the moment. It's in the other room. But I bought Laura's thing in like the store right next door. There's like this just really cool just strip of like stores here. But we went in this Japanese marketplace. They had candy toys, and I wanted to get Max something, and I wound up getting him some Ultraman candy toys. Right? You guys can't really see it on here, but I got him Dark Tiga, and I thought I was actually getting him Ultraman Nexus, but then it turned out that it was the box was actually not the box for Nexus, but all of the effect parts, right? So he got Nexus. I got myself Gudon, right? Now it's a little bit of a strange thing. Why Gudon? It's not that I'm a big fan of it, of the two-parter episode that he's in, and when he first appears in Return of Ultraman. But when I went to Kaiju Sakaba back in 2019 with Andres and Paige, I was trying to find it before the stream started, but I don't know where it is. You get to keep these napkins, right? The really beautiful cloth napkins that have like some of the monsters on it. Everybody gets their own personalized one, and Gudon was mine. So I got to get this guy. Really cool. Like, well, of course, I break off his little tentacle thing. They're articulated. This head right here was actually in that pack I told you with that I had gotten Max that had all the extra parts, because his original head is the closed mouth right there. But he looks so much cooler with the open mouth thing right there. And again, it's just a little thing, right? But these candy toys, man, back in 2017, right above or right below the Hotel Gracery where my mom and I were staying, there's a 7-Eleven, and I got Ultraman 66 and Kamen Rider Zeto down there. Similar, very, very similar in terms of just the articulation and stuff. They're just cool little things, they're not super expensive, and they're kind of fun. So that was one of the few things that I actually picked up for myself there. But Max got Dark Tiga, and yeah, that was it. Laura, I wish I had it on me. There was an antique mall actually right next door. Again, a lot of crazy freaking like stuff in there. Not in terms of like collectibles, but just like old stuff. Guys, I know it might sound a little weird. I like the antiquing stuff, right? Not so much to be like, oh my gosh, look at the fine furniture, but more so like, wow, that is not something you see every day, just the oddities, the old stuff. It's almost like going to a museum. You never know what's going to show up. And again, this might sound like a bit of an odd thing, but there was a stack of books, and there was this book called something like Okinawa and Photographs, right? But the really cool thing about it was that it was from 1954, right? So this is like, a book like showing like old Showa Japan, and tucked in the pages was like what I'm guessing was probably maybe like an army-based newsletter or something at the time, because it's dated like April 1st, 1955. But there's like a newsletter or like a little paper or something for the English readers on Okinawa. And Laura is a big King Caesar fan. You guys have, if you see her here in the chat, you'll see that her avatar is her Caesar outfit from G-Fest. And I felt really bad because, like I said, I didn't get anybody anything at the con. And that's a story that will come a little later. But this seemed a little weird. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to pick it up. It wasn't like a ridiculous amount of money. It was kind of cool. And who knows, whatever. When I texted them later that night, I'm like, hey, I got this for you. They were like, oh my God, this sounds so cool. So I need to mail that off to them. That was super neat. I just real quick, I just want to run down these other two places we went to. Again, if you ever get to Houston, you got to go here. Okay. Misfit Toys. All right. We went to, they had a couple of, they had setups over at Matsuri, but we actually went to the stores. Specifically, we went to Misfit Toys Memorial right here. If you can see with the logo of the Wolfman right there. Oh my God, guys. It wasn't just Misfit Toys. It was like an antique mall where 50% of it was toys from like, I'm talking like every era, everything you can imagine. Old school Godzilla Bandais, new school Godzilla Bandais, random ass tokusatsu stuff, video games. You name it, it had a presence there. While the other half of it was a lot like that antique place I just mentioned. It was so cool. We spent maybe about like an hour and a half, 2 hours in there just looking around. Didn't pick up anything specifically. I don't think Paige did either, but it's always just cool to look, you know? And I tell you, like one of the biggest things that I realized on this trip is that I like seeing vintage things. It's one of the things that why G Fest is better than a lot of other conventions, because you'll get a bunch of Godzilla stuff from you know, throughout the ages, right? Or items throughout the ages. It's not just the latest Monster Arts or the latest X Plus or the latest Bandai toys, right? And Matsuri was entirely all the latest and greatest. There was no old stuff there, at least the stuff I was seeing. Whatever. But Misfit Toys is definitely someplace you guys should check out. I hear that the other two places were also very, very good as well. But Misfit was awesome. The last place was where I spent the most money. Probably shouldn't have, but I was like, I didn't get anything at the con, damn it. So I need to get something. And this place, hold on. I'm trying to get it up here. It is called Third Planet. And it was our last stop on Saturday for Paige and I. Their website isn't all that much, but they actually have a virtual tour thing that you guys can actually go in here and actually see all their stuff. And this store was awesome. Okay. I mean, just a little bit of everything, guys. Like, I mean, you had you know, you have legit collectibles, you have the comics. They had, like, you want to talk about random tokusatsu stuff? They had stuff from the 60s, stuff from the 70s, Mirror Man stuff, random like Metalder stuff, Godzilla stuff. You know, I mean, you can see here again. It's just really kind of like, you know, kind of like all over. You know, graphic novels, vintage toys. I mean, and a lot of this, for me, I'm still not a collector. You know, I don't go and buy all this stuff. But I got to tell you guys, it's really cool just to look around, right? This section was actually different when we saw it in person here. But guys, like I was seeing like all the old, oh my God, there's the Cowardly Lion and Dorothy. How awesome is that? Sorry, Wizard of Oz is one of my top favorite movies of all time. In this section over here, they actually had those Tonka Willow toys. Do you guys remember that from the 80s? Remember Willow, the Lucasfilm movie with Warwick Davis and Val Kilmer? Love that. And they were all in package. And yeah, man, it was super cool. But like if you actually go over here, we could actually go. It's like this section. Like, I don't even know where it is. I guess it really doesn't matter where. Who cares? They had a whole bunch of vintage, like, you know, magazines and stuff. As you can see, there's books in here and everything, blah, blah, blah. But it was, I was scrolling through stuff, and they actually had a bunch of old copies of G-Fan, right? Now, I know that we've expressed opinions before about G-Fan and their stuff, but back when G-Fan was actually still considered, you know, good, again, entirely opinion based. There's a lot of good information in there, and so I actually managed to get 4 vintage G-Fans, all from the mid 90s. We're talking 97, 98, and they were a little pricier than I would normally pay, but after looking up the prices after the fact, it's not far off from what they actually go for. I did pick up the latest copy. I thought it might be worth it, and it's whatever. It's amazing to go from those issues to this and really see what's going on. Then I was checking out. I noticed that they had a stack of again, it's all matte, so it's, of course, it's going to be like, you know, friggin' what do you call it? Book stuff. But I noticed that they had a stack of Godzilla books, and I asked to look through it. I didn't find anything particular, but this one just kind of tickled my fancy. I don't even know what it is. I think it's just like a sticker set. But check this out. Space Godzilla, 1994. But if you look at the back here, what it is they actually have a bunch of stickers, and it's like a little playset. You'll put the stickers on the playset. As you can see right here, I haven't actually opened it yet, but they have the sticker sheets of the characters, and then you can, like, you know, oh, hey, look, there's Mecha King Ghidorah on the moon, and it looks like there's Mothra right here. And it was just it was one of those oddities that I don't know why I felt compelled to get it, but I did. And it was like, cool, why not? But that was essentially my haul, basically. Real quick though, something that I missed out on because these came while I was away, right? But guys, Toho special effects movies, authentic visual data book, Godzilla Ultima, and Jet Jaguar. Good freaking stuff, right? We're going to be using these for. I got to show you guys one picture, okay? Just one picture. I don't want to spoil stuff. Oh wait, I guess it's in this one. These special effect books, they sell at the Godzilla. Well, they sell at the Godzilla store in Japan, not necessarily the one in Matsuri. Check this picture out. Do you see this right here? There you go. Do you see that? It's a sketch of the final battle between Jet Jaguar and Ultima there. Good stuff. Really good stuff. Super excited too because the Singular Point MOOC comes out this week, right? So very excited about that. And then some last things, just because I had them. This you can actually get over on Amazon Prime right now. The unofficial Tokusatsu fans handbook for Gamera Super Monster. It's a bit of an odd piece, but I got to tell you, I'm not entirely turned off by it. It's only like $9, kind of worth checking out. And John LeMay's latest The Lost Films fanzine. You guys should always go support John LeMay. So, yeah, good stuff. We left yesterday, came back home, going, flying in, flying out. There was no issues at hand. And it was what it was, right? We turned the lemon of a trip into lemonade and whatever the hell else. Let's see. Oh, we got Mark. Hey, what's up, Mark? How you doing? We got Forrest. I see that word thrown around a lot, but what exactly is a nook? MOOC, MOOK. I used to think it was a movie book, but it actually is magazine book. Specifically, I guess this would actually be considered a MOOC. They're kind of like these, they're soft cover, they're not always terribly big. Some of them are a little bit bigger than others, but yeah, that's been going on for a long time. And the Singular Point one is supposed to actually come out today in Japan, tonight our time, today in Japan. I have 3 on order because I want to see which one gets here first. That's how serious I am about this, guys. We got wait. We went to Japan House, Misfit Toys Mark. Oh, my wife is here. My wife is over at what is my wife doing in here? My wife is over at the sister-in-laws right now. Why does MOOC sound like a racial slur? Big Jack, you would say that. Hello, Big Jack. It's good to see you. And Patrick, what's up, my friend? We got Mr. Patrick Galvin in the house. And Davis says he got a couple of Super Raya Pro MOOCs at Anime Matsuri, one for Return of Ultraman and one for Jumbo Orgase. That's awesome. Davis, where did you get those? I would have liked to have seen what they had there. I didn't see any book stuff there. That's really, really cool. I just want to see who else is here. We got Forrest Dodgen. What's up, man? I already answered your question, but I didn't say hi to you before. Brian Stevens, how you doing, my friend? Watch Godzilla Singular Point on Netflix at my dad's house. Hope you liked it, Brian. It's good stuff. G-Fan magazines are great. I have tons, but they're old. Yeah, they're old, but the information, there's still some good information in there. Maybe not so much these days. I really do feel, unfortunately, that the internet has kind of rendered that magazine a little bit it's kind of like taken out a lot of its teeth, I mean, one of the latest, this is the latest issue, I think. Yeah. Well, spring 2021. So maybe not the latest, but one of the latest. They have do you guys remember that fan animation from that guy that did like the Mecha Godzilla and Godzilla Earth anime thing? That he did that Ghidorah one as well. Well, again, sorry, a poster just came out. This right here, this article right here, it's just all it is a summary of a YouTube video, like a play-by-play of what happens in the YouTube video, which is a far cry from, when they had insider information for the latest Godzilla production or, an actual interview or whatever. But like I said, I want to check it out. I haven't read any recent G-Fans in a long time, and I'm not going to get rid of it, but it's just something to to talk about. So, whose birthday is it? Oh, Golden Page Studio. Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. Me and my bro got to make a battle axe for my Kong costume for Anime Matsuri. Taco Snake, hold on. Were you the guy at the GVK panel? Was that you that D-Man brought up? That you had the electronic axe? Because that thing was badass if it was. That's badass if it was. Yeah, so we've gone about a half an hour trying to talk about the good stuff. This is where I'm a little not quite certain if I actually want to go down this path, because I'm a little whatever. I don't really think most of After Darks always go private after the fact. This one might be cut up into different things. And it's not that I'm afraid to talk about opinions of like Anime Matsuri and like I guess have criticisms and such, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like I don't think it's going to make a difference one way or the other. But I kind of feel like I need to say something because you are my audience. And I feel like, we just had an experience and you guys occasionally like stories. And even if I am bitching to bitch, sometimes you guys like to listen and be like, yeah, make fun of me, whatever the heck. Oh, hold on. What did Taco Snake say? Oh, it was Taco, dude. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome, dude. I didn't get to see it close up, but I saw it from the way back, from the 5 minutes I was sitting on the panel, or sitting in the audience for the panel. So, okay, I think we're going to go ahead and transfer over into the warning, critical opinions within. Red alert, Nega Matt has emerged. This is the part where, I get to, I'm not going to be dropping F-bombs left and right, but let's just say, there was stuff going on where I'm just like, whatever. The other thing too is because I know that there are people, there's Josman, you got Taco Snake in here, you got Davis in here. I don't think that Cole is in here, but I hope Cole is doing fine. You got people that attended Matsuri, and they probably had a really good time, and that's awesome. I am so happy that you did. And I don't express these opinions with the notion of trying to change, that the fact that you had a good time, or change the fact that, whatever, this is one man's perception. It's one man's opinion. And, I can be completely off basis. We got Paul Tackett in the house. What's up, Paul? I hope you're doing well, man. Don't be toxic. Here's the thing, man. Toxicity, like I can be too negative sometimes, but I think at the same time, I think I can be critical of stuff. Like it needs to be said and stuff. Paul, you came right at the right time, man. Thank you for the $2, by the way. You missed the past 30 minutes, Paul, because I just spent the past 30 minutes like being like, throwing a lot of positives, a lot of like be like, yeah, being like real cool and everything. And now I got this critical opinions thing. Wait. I feel like a kaiju geek. We're all kaiju geeks here. But Shay says, hide your kids, hide your wife, negative Matt's incoming. I always am negative Matt. Okay. Again, warning, the following contains opinions which might be contrary to your own. You have been notified. The old saying, whatever. I did not like Anime Matsuri, the convention, for a variety of reasons. Okay. I already told you, like, it was never about going out to the convention. It was about, going to get to meet the people there. And even though that my original group of Max, Laura, Nick, and Adam, that kind of fell apart, we weren't able to actually, all get together. I mentioned before, was still able to hang out with Derek and his friends, with Cole and Davis, and I wouldn't trade that for anything. I had a really, really good time with those guys. And, the stuff that was done, in the game sessions there, because we played Super Fight, What the Dub, Use Your Words, and stuff. And it was hysterical. Right. And that's exactly what I wanted. It was really a lot of fun. But the impetus to go out there was because it's like, oh, hey, it's the Godzilla store, and Godzilla's gonna have a presence, and it's like we haven't actually had we've missed out on G Fest for the past 2 years. Like, we need like a con Godzilla fix. It was going to be fun, and I'm gonna. You guys can call me out for whatever, and I'm still working out some feelings about some of the aftermath stuff. But the other thing to also consider too is that most of the negative stuff happened the first half of Friday, and then it was the rest of the trip was fine, right? But the reason why this one was kind of like really kind of a bummer was because like the whole reason why we came out here to begin with was just not exactly my cup of tea whatsoever, right? So we're trying to figure out, we being Paige and I, my wife, we're trying to figure out exactly like what time we need to get up on Friday morning, because we want to get there pretty early, because we were told by Derek and Davis that the Godzilla store like sells out day one, right? Day freaking one of the convention. And my notion was I wanted to get there early because they had some con exclusive stuff from what I was told. There was a Mecha Godzilla figure. I think there might have been a couple of shirts and some other things too. Well, as I already described, we had a whole bunch of people that couldn't make it, right? Laura, Nick, Max, and I wanted to go there and try to get them something. And this Mecha Godzilla figure that the con had, this exclusive, sounded pretty cool. Max is a mecha guy. Laura's one of her favorite Godzilla movies is Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla 74. And I was going to try to pick one up for my buddy Danny as well. Danny, who does the toy reviews on here, so he would have something to review, right? I'm not saying that to be like, look how selfless I am, but I am saying that because it's like, hey, I want to like, I was going there to try to get stuff for my friends. If I found something I wanted, pick it up. Cool. For me, I was kind of psyched about, potentially finding some Singular Point stuff, right? Because that's been my jam. I mean, you guys saw how excited I got over these silly things right here. And these things are fantastic. So I was pretty stoked, right? So we get to the convention on Friday at, what was it, 10:30, I think it was. The doors don't open until noon, right? Now, we get in line, and the line is pretty big by this point, right? And as is to be expected, but it's a big single long line, right? And we're people watching, Paige and I, as we're like standing there for an hour and a half, and gradually, the line starts moving forward. And I would say, close to maybe like quarter till noon, we're probably, just a couple 100 feet away from the actual condor. Like we're like in the first quarter of people that are going to be let in on this side, right? Until for some effing reason, Matsuri decides to half the line. Okay. So the single line that they had, again, hundreds of people long, guys. Like, it's not just like a few fucking people. Excuse me, I'm dropping the F-bombs now. It's 30 minutes in. I don't think YouTube's going to care. But what they do is they half it. They take the back half of the old line and turn it into a new line, right? So now there's two lines, right? They move the back half forward so it's going parallel with the old line, right? Except for the fact that, that'd be fine under most circumstances, except it wasn't that both these lines were going into different entrances. These stupid morons were bottlenecking people into the entrance. So, people who had been waiting in our section for hours on end were suddenly having to wait even longer because people who had just gotten here 20, 30 minutes ago got to move up. And it took us an extra 30 to 40 minutes to actually get into the merch hall, right? Stupid. Utterly stupid. Okay. As we were walking, we eventually get in, right? And these idiots start opening up other doors for more people to swarm in, right? It was a cluster. It was an absolute cluster. So we finally, like I said, doors open at like noon, right? And we got in at about 12:30, and I was pretty miffed I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Come on, you know? Um, and we go to the Godzilla store immediately. Well, got to see Jaws Man, got to snap a picture with him, and to no one's surprise, there is a whole large line for the Godzilla store, right? So we all get in a line here, and basically have to wait like another, I would say maybe 20-30 minutes. We also met Mark there. Mark, was got to hang out with us a little bit, and yeah, sounds like an anime con. And again, maybe this is just normal, but I thought it was pretty effing stupid. So we got this long line for the Godzilla store. Now, when I criticize the Godzilla store, this is not representative of Jaws-Man, okay? Jaws-Man was the guy who would explain what you would have to do in the very beginning. He was not running anything. The guy was just doing his job at the front. He'd let people in, do his thing. So when I criticize what was happening, it is not a criticism of Jaws-Man. That needs to be big letters, like not a criticism of Jaws-Man. But what they were doing they would only be letting 15 people in at a time, right? Which makes sense. You don't, it was a little space, you know what I mean? It was apparently bigger than 2019's, but it was a small space. It wasn't, this big sprawling thing that people could just like rush in there and do whatever. Um, so a limited amount of people would go in. They would give you a clipboard with like a little sheet of paper, and you would see an item that would have like, it'd be like, oh yeah, here it is on a shelf. It'd have like a number 1 right there. Well, you were allowed to get like only one figure like per thing, I guess. So if you wanted that, you put a little check mark on the box. Once you were done within the area, because they had a couple of like exhibits and stuff to look at, you would go up to the counter, hand over your clipboard, they gather your stuff, you'd pay, and then you'd be on your way. That's how it goes. But the 15 people at a time thing, they weren't like doing it like, okay, so let's say like, one person, 2 people check out, and then another 2 people can go in. No, it was 15 people had to be completely out of the vicinity. It wasn't like there was like COVID cleaning things, right? They weren't doing anything. They just had to wait till 15 people were gone, and then they allow another 15 people to go in, right? So it took a little while for us to eventually get in there. We get Jasmine. Oh, sorry. I was okay. Rick was joking because I was like, wait a minute, what? Whatever. Um, and Jasmine, you don't need to be apologizing for anything, dude. You didn't do anything. Okay. So we get into the store eventually, and it's me, Paige, and Mark, who's in the chat right now. And they had a whole bunch of, I'm trying to see if I know I have it. Where is it? Oh, I don't want to stop the chat to try to find it. They had a whole bunch, they had like a gallery, right? A gallery of all these pictures, photos, like pretty large. We're talking, 34 by, 40, whatever. I mean, larger than just like a little like 11 by 17 thing of, behind the scenes photos from all the eras, all the way up to like the anime trilogy. And at first I actually thought, I was like, oh my God, like I know what this is. This was leftovers from an art exhibition that Paige and I and Andres and Norman had gone to in Tokyo back in 2019, right? But they had moved them over here. Found out later that those things were apparently lost in transit, but these things were actually like printed out at last minute. And boy, could you tell. Scan lines on the images, the ink was all whatever. Um, is that a big deal? No, if you got issues, you got whatever. It was fine, and I'm not sitting here saying, well, I've seen it before. They should have something new. It was still cool that they had it, And the thing I was looking for behind me was that they were actually selling the photo books, the souvenir books, from the exhibit from 2019 that you could actually pick up at the store, which was cool. It's kind of neat. They had one statue there. They had a Heisei Godzilla, and that was also kind of cool. And again, you also had some of the banners and stuff of the movies. There was a big Shin one and a Megaguirus Space Godzilla. Like the presentation was nice. It wasn't some kind of cruddy thing. I only found out later that it was supposed to be, bigger and better, right? It was when I turned the corner to go look at the actual like merch stuff, right? That really kind of was getting, was what eventually what kind of ticked me off, right? Because like I said, by this point we've already waited about 3 hours, to get in here, right? And I turn the corner and I'm looking for, the line of figures. And I told you I was going in there to get those Mecha Godzilla figures, right? Well, sold out. Pretty much everything sold out, right? And I I don't mean to sound entitled, but I was just kind of like, really, really, you guys can't even you can't even stand the onslaught of 3 hours before you run out of stuff. Seriously. And it wasn't like, like, oh, limited edition, like limited quantity or anything like that. And they had like, they had these effect books, not these specifically, because trust me, we got a whole singular point to talk about here. They had these books out there, they had clear files out spread out on this table. X Plus stuff galore, but most of their Bandai stuff was sold out. I mean, everything was freaking sold out. And I started picking up some stuff. I was trying to figure out like, okay, maybe I can get them something else. And dude, like something just finally snapped in me, and I dropped all that stuff on the table because this is stuff that you can buy. I mean, yeah, you might not be able to actually, it's not even true. You can get it in hand because I went to Kuno, is it Kuno Kinya? The Japanese bookstore, Mark, you can tell me. I forget what it is. Oh, we got Mike's Monsters in the house. What's up, man? Frankensons is so awesome, dude. If you've never been there, you're going to be in for a treat. Frankensons is awesome out in California. If you guys ever get a chance to go there, that's another one that's really cool. But my point being is that the bookstore, Paige and I went there on Saturday, that had all the same stuff that the Godzilla store had, figures and everything, books and everything. All of this stuff you can buy online. There wasn't anything special about it, So something just snapped within me. And I'm not saying it was the right thing. I'm not saying it was anything. I dropped all that stuff and I'm like, I'm gone, I walked out of there. And I got to also tell you, I'm not sharing this stuff. There was stuff happening that I was told going on behind the scenes involving certain personalities that is not going to be discussed here because it's not my story to tell. Okay. But that was also adding on to all of this nonsense as well. Okay. About the Godzilla stuff. But I walked, I was probably the only person that got in that store that walked out and didn't buy a goddamn thing. Right. But I told the guy, I'm like, you guys got to get your shit together, man. Been waiting in line for 3 hours to get in here, and you guys are sold out of like the few things that I actually was trying to get. Found out later from Davis that there are these guys called Super Pass members, which essentially they get first dibs. They get to go into the merch hall like half an hour early, and whereas the rest of us peons were limited to only getting one apiece. Apparently, these guys were able to get they could get as much as they wanted. Just bundle it all up and just walk out. It was ridiculous. Okay. The other ridiculous thing. All right. And this is more so, this sounds really, you got to put this into context. Okay. This is not world ending. This is not even all that important in the grand scheme of things. But because we are a Godzilla channel, because you are here, because you are a Godzilla fan, we're talking about it like it's big and it's important and stuff. Right. And we care about this stuff and we care about how well this stuff does. Okay. So I need you guys to understand that this is not like world ending, super important things. All right. I have my health. I have my life. I have my job. I have my wife. Life is good. So when I'm complaining about things like when it has to do with Godzilla, it's on the scope of like, this stuff is not that important. Okay. But I'm going to tell you anyways. The craziest thing, sorry, somebody just texted me. Wonderful. Who do you suppose it's going to be? Oh, never mind. It's Brian, my couchmate. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys a little question. I'm going to quiz you. Okay. I'm going to quiz you. What came out in March? Yeah. What came out on the 25th of March on Netflix, right? Got a worldwide release 2 weeks ago. Oh, I think you guys know. Godzilla Singular Point. You're right. You're right. The latest Godzilla anime, okay? 13 episodes that we covered on here. You guys know how I feel about that show. I'm in love with it. I adore it. It's amazing. It's cool. It's awesome. It had its worldwide debut on, like I said, a couple weeks ago, end of June, on Netflix here in the States. I mean, a Netflix debut. You're going to get so many people, so many eyes on that thing, right? And that's exactly what Singular Point was always designed to be. It was designed as a show to bring in new fans, not just to try to cater to old fans, right? But to try to get people who aren't typically Godzilla fans to actually come in and watch this stuff, right? That is the entire, like, point of the show. Okay. Like it or hate it, that's what it was designed to do. And it's a Godzilla anime, right? I'm just, remember that word, anime. And oh, wait. Godzilla is going to be at Anime Matsuri. Whoa! So you're telling me that you got Anime Matsuri, which I'm guessing is probably one of the biggest anime conventions in the country. I'm guessing, right? I'm just guessing by the sheer size of it. Even though the numbers were, I was told, projected to be half of what they were in 2019, which is really no surprise considering the state of things still. Um, you know, it's still, you have a mass of people here, right? And you guys have seen the Singular Points come out. You've seen the Singular Point toys as we've gotten them since the beginning of the year. I've worn the shirts, I bought the shirts. Got all this cool stuff, which is Godzilla Store exclusive, right? Singular Point stuff is still coming out, but even prior to the series' conclusion, there was still merchandise being pumped out, right? So again, I just want to say, Godzilla Singular Point, the Godzilla anime, and it just came out, brand new, latest thing. And Godzilla's going to have a presence, an official presence at an anime convention, right? There was not a logo, there was not a picture, there was not a figure, there was not a shirt, there was zero, zilch, nada for Godzilla Singular Point. Now, I had some friends try to justify to me why that might be, because there apparently were problems behind the scenes involving shipments and product and stuff like that. Okay. Maybe you can give them the benefit of that doubt. I mean, when I say them, I'm talking about the people in charge. Okay. But I'm not going to. All right. This was a huge missed opportunity, bar none. It does not matter which way you slice it. It does not matter how you try to twist it, spin it, or whatever to turn it into a positive. Okay. You did not advertise. You did not have anything of your Godzilla anime at an anime convention. How fucking stupid are you, Toho? Oh, here's negative Matt. I mean, I got to be all smiles and happy and giddy and everything's great because, if I want to get like official attention or whatever the fuck, how stupid are you? And it's not because I want to sit here and fucking consume more stuff, I don't need to go out and buy, more buttons or bookmarks or shirts or whatever the hell. But you have an entire population, entire Western population who just got exposed to your latest thing, man. And you have those people coming to your anime convention. How many people do you suppose there were? Maybe they weren't Godzilla fans. How many people do you suppose in this country, they were looking for a new product to consume, looking for a new series to get into, and they saw this new Godzilla anime series, and they were like, you know what? Let's give it a shot. They give it a shot, and they're like, holy cow, I actually kind of like this. I'm not a Godzilla fan, but this is actually really cool. And they get into it, right? I can tell you that those people exist. I see comments a lot on the videos that we've produced here, okay? Toho completely and utterly missed the boat on this one. And it's embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. Again, it's not because of the fact that I'm so upset that I didn't get to buy more Singular Point stuff. But I also really want to see, the series continue. I want to see the, crap of, not the crap, but, the stuff for Singular Point continue, whether it be a season 2, whether it be a movie, whatever. And you don't have your Godzilla anime in an anime convention. What a crock of crud. Ridiculous. And the thing is, I'm not even going to be blaming Matsuri in this case because there's a lot of different. The whole thing in the recounting of this particular story is that there's a lot of players involved. Okay, you got Toho, which I'm utterly convinced is completely and totally just not aware of anything. Right? They don't know what's happening. They don't know what's going on. And then you have Anime Matsuri, which has its own head up its butt. I mean, just the way that they were, doing the line thing and everything. And there's more of that to come regarding the MonsterVerse panel. And then again, some of the entities, not Derek, but there was other entities involved that they were dealing with. That by the time I walked out of that Godzilla store, guys, I was just like, I'm done. I'm done. The thing that I'd come out there for was Godzilla. Like that was the impetus. That's what I told you. That was that initial thing. And by that point, everything that, I had been hearing and everything that I had been seeing and experiencing, I was just done. I wanted to save that trip. I wanted to, by spending it with Paige and by, spending it with my wife and trying to enjoy the rest of it and just get my mind off of it. Right. But in that particular moment in time, I was done with fandom. I was done with Toho. I was done with Godzilla. And I know it sounds ridiculous. It goes a little bit deeper than just what happened at the con, but this is like, the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm not trying to single her out, but my wife insisted that we go to the GVK panel. Okay. Because she wanted to see Gia, the little girl, who, or the actress that played Gia, I should say, because she was there. And that's one of Paige's favorite parts of the movie. Cool. We go get lunch. We go and get in line for the MonsterVerse panel. And it was they have so there's 3 separate ballrooms. There's ballrooms A, B, and C, right? Well, this was going to be held in ballroom C. And they have like ballroom C is like around a corner someplace. And they have this like line just with like masking tape, marking out the lines, right? And so we all like line up there, but eventually somebody comes over and they're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, you guys can just go like sit down in there because like they're not like doing anything, like sitting down in the ballroom." Now I made a complete ass out of myself because I actually went, "Yeah, guys, come on, let's screw Matsuri, let's like storm the ballroom," just out of fun, Plus I was pretty annoyed by that point. But, of course we get in there and the guy's like, no, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. Felt like an ass in the moment, But what happened after the fact, I didn't feel so much like an ass because we all get back in line up in front. Like I mentioned those super pass guys before, they have the super pass line and they're like, "Oh yeah, come on guys." They single file, they let them all in, and eventually the handler guy, the guy that turned us away when we tried to storm the ballroom, came back out and he just goes, "All right, guys, come on." And rather than having any semblance of order, the line just evaporated on the spot and we all herded in like a fucking group of animals, man. People from the back were like bum rushing to get to the door. And it was so stupid, but so typical of Anime Matsuri, at least what I had seen up to that point. And we got in there, and Derek was, had to play the crowd a little bit because the guest didn't show up for like 15 minutes. Okay. And I was there for Derek, I was not there for really much else. I was there to support Derek, but Derek knew certain things that would make me turn away. Right. And while I'm not going to get into details, you guys can probably guess whatever, but let's just say that there was some unannounced circumstances that happened, certain additions to the panel that were not advertised. And I just turned to Paige and I'm just like, "Let's go." And she already knew what it was. And we just walked out, It was, yeah. So and this is going to sound super dramatic, super freaking dramatic, guys. But unfortunately, it's still kind of a reality, that I'm still kind of sifting my way through. On Friday and most of Saturday, and it was only in like Saturday evening where I started feeling differently. Like I was seriously just done with all of this. Done with fandom, done with not done with Godzilla, okay? I'm never going to stop loving what I love, but everything surrounding it, all the personalities surrounding it, you know? And granted, I'm part of it. I'm part, you know, I can be part of the problem. You know, I can be an issue sometimes. I admit, you know, negative, whatever the fuck you want to say. But in that 24-hour period or whatever, like I did not know what was going to happen, but I knew I was done. I knew I was done. I was done caring about drama between fans. I knew I was done caring about what Toho does with its stupid franchise, you know, because any company that's going to not, I mean, again, I'm like any company that does like pulls the singular point thing that they did, you know, that just misses this huge opportunity. It's just like I don't care anymore, you know. I, not that I don't care to like it or watch it, but I don't care to try to, you know, push it out there and say, "Oh, go watch it." Like I wanted to be my own little island. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to interact with anybody. I didn't want to talk about Godzilla to anybody. I didn't want to do any of that stuff. Davis got to hear all about it. Cole got to hear all about it. Derek got to hear all about it. And it's not that I wouldn't want to talk to those guys, you know what I mean? But it was, you know, I just did not know, and I still don't exactly know what exactly this is going to like snowball into, you know. But here's kind of the fall to that. I'm getting off of social media. The Instagram has been deactivated. The Facebook page for Monstrosities has been deactivated. The Twitter account still is in existence, but I'm not going to be logging onto it very much. And for now, I am staying away from our Discord right now. Our Discord is like the least of the problems, okay? Because the Discord right now is an island unto itself because no one can get in without an invite from somebody. And we have a good group of people over there. But like, I just don't like, I just want to be in my own little island. You know, I just want to pull back and be, you know, by myself. Of course, you know, this brings the questions. It's like, you know, well, you know, what about the channel? Does that mean it's done? Does that mean it's whatever? You know, maybe you just need a break. Maybe you need whatever. And all of those are relevant. The truth is, I don't know. All I know is that I've been pushed a little bit farther than I've been pushed before. This isn't just a, you know, a silly Twitter drama. This isn't just whatever. But I can tell you is I'm done with the drama. I'm done with the personalities. I'm done. Can't do it anymore. You know, it's one of the reasons why I'm not talking about certain individuals because a certain individual played a bigger role in what I'm like talking about here, but he's not even worth bringing up. You know, he's not even worth the breath or the forethought. You know, and for Davis out there, you know, fat wink. Davis knows what I'm talking about, and Cole does too. So does Derek. But like, another thing too is like I'm done with cons. You know, like the only cons I will go to are if G Fest does in fact happen again. The reason why I'd go back there is because of the friend aspect, because everybody comes, you know, love to see Zim again. You know, Laura and Nick always went there. You know, my buddy Alex and Garrett live out in Illinois. And even though I would go and visit them in a non, you know, Godzilla Fest setting, it would still be really cool to, you know, hang out with them in that world. So like I do that, or if there's like a specific guest, you know, that I was like absolutely dying to go and meet, like, you know, you can kind of suck up, you know, the rest of that. But, you know, just for the sake of like, oh no, it's just Godzilla, like no, like I'm done with the bigger cons. It's gonna take a lot for me to go out there. Um the channel as of right now is fine. It's not gonna die. Okay. We still have videos coming out. Still have videos planned. I just told you I freaking pre-ordered 3 of those Singular Point uh books because I plan on doing a whole bunch of Singular Point videos specifically. And yeah, yeah, I'm not going anywhere yet. I mean, that could change. You know, I might simmer down a little bit, but I gotta tell you guys, the ledge. I was this close to the ledge, this close to the ledge, because I, it's a lot closer than I've ever been before. You know, so yeah. I also had a really good talk with Norman last night, and he talked some sense into me, and it was the talk I didn't know that I needed to hear. And yeah, throwing this all away is just kind of ridiculous, but trying to figure out how to actually kind of exist within it and stuff. Like, I don't really know how the after darks are going to be looking from here on out. I know that we do like the take threes where we bring people on and stuff. But I got to be honest, I feel very curmudgeon-y right now, and I don't really know how like socially interactive I want to be with specific people, especially when it comes to just the Godzilla fandom. I'll talk like personally to people, of course, all the time, but I don't know. I'm in a weird place. And is Brian texting me again, or who's texting me? No, but another good friend actually just messaged me. Anyways, that's the story. And there might be, some of you might be looking at that and be like, there's more to this. There's more to unpack here. And as Paige pointed out, guys, like, I think that a lot of the stuff that happened in Matsuri was really just an extension of other things that have already been happening. My own thoughts and feelings about the fandom, because I told you at the beginning of this, I've been called out on a personal level, not publicly, but on a personal level, from people, from both friends and fans, that I've been a little bit too negative lately about the fandom, and it's hard to refute it. It's hard for me to sit here and to be like super excited about certain fandom things. We got people in the chat all the time, friends of mine whose work I will always celebrate, many of which are in here tonight, but it's hard sometimes to when you're doing this kind of thing. It's like you have to be part of a community. You know what I mean? It's just part of the game. And I've kind of had my fill, kind of, mostly. So, anyways, Isabella, you don't need to leave. I'm sorry. You guys have kind of gotten to be the the sounding board a little bit here tonight, but I just need to let you know what's happening. The social media presence is definitely going to be pulled back a lot. That's the main thing right now, but I need you guys to know this isn't going anywhere, right? There will be some big changes, but it's not like, I don't know. It's not good. This isn't spelling doom for me quite as of yet. Things just are changing as they always do. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out the other thing to bring up too. Oh, thank you, Paul. Matt, I'm glad you were venting. I would be tickled or ticked. I would not be going to that con anytime soon. Again, the con itself, like, if you want to let's take a step back and just look at it for what it was. There's a lot of people there. There was a lot of cool cosplays. But I got to tell you guys, like, the merch area is the same as every other merch area. It's the same as Phoenix Comic-Con. Again, they have the Godzilla store, but I've seen that stuff. I told you, I went to that bookstore the next day and they had all the same stuff. It wasn't like there was anything exclusive there, really. The exclusive stuff sold out, which, by the way, turned out another maybe fortuitous turn of events. That Mecha Godzilla figure I was after, Danny texted me today and tells me that, like, they're not exclusive. They're like, you can order them from the Godzilla store directly. It wasn't like exclusive to the con, which I thought it was. But it's whatever, And Paul, thank you for the $5. It's yeah, what I was going to make mention of, and again, just so you guys don't think I'm like sitting here like trying to put on a happy face when things, when and we don't really know how things are going to go. Within the week, I think on Sunday, Danny and Max and I are getting together because we're planning our first series of streams, and this is where I might need you guys to come in and chime in. Not at the moment, but when we actually debut this thing, chime in about if it works, if it doesn't work, or whatever. But we are actually going to have an exclusive. I don't know. Sorry, that word's on the mind right now. We're going to have a monstrosities collecting stream, right? Specifically about all the toy stuff, toy news, showing things off, whatever. And I'm actually not going to be a part of it. I'm not saying that and I'm not in it. But Danny and Max are actually taking point on this. I'll be in the background. I'll probably be present for the streams, like in StreamYard, bringing up questions and whatever the heck else. But this is something that we're going to try out because June is our first month that this is our, all this stuff happens at the start of our 3-month plan. But this is one of the goals that we were trying to get out. But this is going to be a monthly thing. We're hoping to do the first one at the end of the month. Might even have a couple giveaways there that's still kind of being discussed. And like I said, the singular point videos, I still plan on doing a lot of that stuff because, like I said, we got those books coming in. We got these guys. These books are, I don't even care at this point if Toho throws blocks these videos because some of the pictures in here are just really, really cool. I don't know why, but I've just been so fascinated with this stuff. I showed you, this is kind of cool here. You guys see that right there? You guys can pick this up right now over on the Godzilla store page. And they didn't have any of these at the convention, by the way. These were whatever. So if Toho doesn't want to celebrate Singular Point, I will, because like I said, plenty more videos coming. You guys want to see something? Hold on, let me show you this real quick. And this is just the printed out stuff. This isn't even the books and the magazine articles and all this stuff. This thing right here, all this right here, Atsushi Takahashi, Toenjo, actors, general production, music. This is all translated research, guys. This is my Singular Point research binder now. Everything I find goes in here. Very similar to the Ultraman thing. Most of this stuff has already been used for the history video, the kaiju video that we did. But just to show you that, this isn't just some passing whatever. This is something I'm actually trying to put together and compile. The other piece of Singular Point news that I'd like to say, and by the way, I'm gonna start actually going through and talking with you guys here. One of the cooler things I was asked that I was kind of unexpected, and there's still not a date, but Kyle Yount of Kaiju Cast actually asked me to come on Kaiju Cast to talk Singular Point. How cool is that? Kaiju Cast is I didn't realize it was still around. I thought they had stopped it a while ago. Because these days, Kyle, I think, was doing the collecting, or I'm sorry, Collect All Monsters, the YouTube channel that you guys can find. They stream primarily, but they have a whole bunch of people on there. Christine Chaplin, Leslie Chambers, a couple other people on there too. But that's coming up too. So, hooray! Singular Point stuff. Okay. Let's go to the chat because I've talked for the past hour. I want to hear what you guys had to say. We got Don here. What is up, my friend? Welcome. So I'm much more of an Ultraman fan now. Ultraman's great. Toku Punk Production. Did you already see this? Did you already see my Gudon? This guy's awesome. Got him in Texas. Let's see. I was hoping you wouldn't not go to G-Fest. I would miss you, man. No, we still might go. I mean, the G-Fest, like I was saying before, there's more pull for me to go out there than there would be to go to a Matsuri again or something like that. The next convention I might actually go to, and I know you guys are going to laugh at me, but this October in Vegas, they're doing Days of the Dead again. And supposedly both Sky Elabar and Michael St. Michael's, the two leads in the Greasy Strangler, are going to be there. And even though I've met one in person and interviewed another, I'd still like to go. Vegas is but a 5-hour drive from here. It'd be kind of fun just to, get their autographs. Maybe just stay there for a night, not do the whole thing, but just stay there for a night, just sit on a panel that they do. And I think it'd be pretty fun, that's the next thing I'd do. So, oh man, those thick thighs for Godzilla Ultima, you know it. It's really cool that you are doing Godzilla Singular Point videos. The amount of BTS info you are bringing to the forefront is really awesome. Thank you, Connor. Thank you. Yeah, it's been really cool. I'm trying to think. This is no, this was something else that just came out. Well, it didn't just come out. It's pretty old. It's a Space Magazine Uchisen. I actually just translated the article the other day, but I'm trying to get all the GSP stuff. Oh, right there, right there. This actually is really interesting too. This one I did translate. I'm trying to figure if I want to put it into a video. They interviewed the guy who apparently worked in the Heisei movies and the Heisei Gamera movies, but they interviewed the guy that did that Operation Shin Godzilla ride, the zip line in here, an info that I've not heard about before. So there's that, and again some other random singular point stuff. New Type, the new Type just came out. New Type is the magazine. We have an issue there, but they just had another article run, put that on order today. So I'm trying to keep up with it. Trying to the book, the MOOC is really probably what's going to have the most info involved. So let's see. Picture of Jet Jaguar versus Godzilla is fantastic. I agree. Overall, that's my goal with Decimate All Kaiju. It's to satisfy the Kaiju Con craving better than any other anime con that tries to. Decimate All Kaiju is the con that Mark has put on. Mark was at Anime Matsuri. I think he's done a couple in the past. I have not been to one before. I'd be curious to check it out. And it's not because Mark has been putting it on, but like I said, I'm so. Plus, Mark, it would also depend on what other people might be there, because I'm done with certain fat winks. Let's just put it that way. Let's see. Oof, really? Toho isn't celebrating Singular Point? Jeebus, it must have been all the negative high reviews. I doubt it, man. I don't think that's the case at all. God, I wish I could. I don't know if I can tell that story. There was something else that Toho had done over the weekend. It's completely separate from Matsuri. Completely separate. But somebody was writing an article. I don't say who or what for. Somebody was writing an article. I'm still getting. Hold on. I'm still getting, they're writing an article that Toho had to approve portions of, right? And there was a word that had been used by this writer that Toho threw their hands up and like, no, that can't be. That's too negative, even though it was absolutely the truth. And it was something along the lines of like, reviews weren't so great for this. Like that was it, right? They completely rewrote that section and basically twisted it into this revisionist history. Everything was sunshine and rainbows and amazing, and everybody was in awe of what came out. Like it was such corporate bullshit, And is it surprising that they do that? No. Is it disappointing? Sure. But it's that company, man. They control their info with an iron fist, and a lot of people are scared of them. It's whatever. Hey, Chris from Gargantucast. What's up, my friend? Hey, I got to head out for the night. Please take care of yourself and hope you and Paige have a lovely week. If you want to chat and chill, I'm here. Thank you, Chris. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, man. I always like seeing you here. Sweet. It's on. It even comes with a working bubble gun. What are you talking about, Laura? What did you get? Jim, Peeps keep saying I need Instagram and other social media to promote my channel and business, but I want to avoid it due to all this drama. It's a two-way, yeah. It's a two-way street. It's a double-bladed sword, whatever the hell you want to metaphor you want to use, I guess. Probably use the word metaphor wrong. Who cares? It's good to, if you really like, if I were to look at my analytics on YouTube, the truth of it is, you're talking like the combination of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. It's like 1 to like 2% of the traffic overall comes from those external sources, right? like I always thought that external sources, like I was always told, like the more traffic coming from, outside of YouTube that there is, like it's going to be better for your channel. I have not seen that happen. Like I've had things that have been shared quite a bit, links that have been shared, and you might see a little bit of an uptick, but like I said, according to the analytics, at least on my side of things, it accounted to like it was like 1.7, so we'll just say like 2% of an actual like, of people coming in. It's not a like it doesn't help, but it's also not a end all be all solution. Godzilla Twitter is good to meet some people and to promote your stuff, and that's about it. There's too much other stuff on there, too much stuff that has happened over the past couple of years that you just roll your eyes. And the truth of it is like people just spend too much time on there, And I've heard the same thing about Facebook, some of the kaiju groups that are there. And it just comes down to personal responsibility. That's it. That's it. That's why I'm getting off. I mean, I'm not saying that people shouldn't be using it, but I mean, I think we can agree that what Jim was saying is like, there's drama, it's not exactly the best place in the world. And I think that can be fairly universally agreed on, but that's just my 2 cents. I just woke up from an accidental nap. What's going on, Matt? Wow, RJ. You missed a roller coaster, my friend. Just woo. It is crazy. Matt, how do you feel about Destroya being introduced to the Monsterverse when Legendary and Toho talk about it on the last Monsterverse film? What? How do you feel about Destroya being introduced? Are you talking about like theoretically? When Legendary and Toho talk about it on the last Monsterverse film. Was there news that I missed? Did I miss something today? Was there something announced? I don't know. Anyways, if we're gonna go with theoreticals, Destroya would be cool. I'm ready to start seeing the movies, the Heisei monsters start being introduced and reimagined, or even some Millennium monsters. I'm kind of over the Showa stuff, even though those are the things that are going to be the bigger money makers, which I understand. You got to wonder. It's like I really wonder, like, do you suppose it'd be Gigan or Biollante or Destroya that would be like the next, big draw? They've already gone through the big five. They've already done Kong. I mean, who's next? Destroya, Biollante, Gigan, Megalon, Jet Jaguar. I mean, Jet Jaguar is a cult favorite. He's not still has a stigma about him, even though Singular Point, even the original Jet Jaguar is amazing, but Singular Point, I think, kind of lifted that stigma for some more people. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Now I feel bad because I had a great Saturday with it being Ultraman Day. You should feel bad. No, I'm kidding. I actually did not hear how that went. I hope it went well. I know Mike and Jake and some other people did something, and I missed out on that because I was out of town, but I hope it went well. And also they just announced, didn't they announce all the 90s Ultraman TV shows, including Tiga, coming out on DVD, which is pretty big, pretty huge. Saw a quarter of Tiga, liked it, would consider picking it up, even if it is on DVD. I hear the Blu-rays are just the DVDs upscaled to 1080, which is like, what's the point? Just do DVDs, cheaper materials, So I don't know. Toho has the same number of characters as 1984. Yes, Big Brother is watching. It's funny, Davis, you were the second person, and I'm not even kidding you, in the past 24 hours to compare Toho, the situation, to 1984, and I'm not making that up. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't, you guys really should go and subscribe to Titan Goji's YouTube page. Davis is a great guy. Like I said, we were hanging out at Matsuri and got to have a really fun ass game night. I hope we can do that again at some point. But yeah, there was things said that night that I never thought I'd be talking about with those guys, but it was super cool. So Instead of letting not so positive reviews get out there, Toe would rather bury it and not learn anything. They want to control the narrative just like everybody else does. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I mean, that's why it's so sticky with when you're trying to get interviews with people. They have to approve the interviews. They have to, and then some of the people that aren't even really truly associated with Toho, like it's still like that. It's like pro wrestling, or I imagine what like the world of magicians might be like, where it's like, you don't tell people your tricks. You don't tell people the drama behind the scenes. It's very hush hush. Everything is great. Everything is amazing. I mean, you see this kind of stuff happen with Hollywood all the time. How many stories have you guys heard over the years about Disney and their mismanagement of Star Wars or whatever, and Paramount and Star Trek? I mean, who knows again, if every story that comes out like that is true, but I got to tell you, if there's smoke, there's probably going to be a fire. There's probably grains of truth in that. But they gotta make sure that everybody knows that it's all good. It's all, peachy keen. So who else is in here? Cosmul, what's up? Golzy. Oh, Golzy. See you later, man. Yeah, like what Mark was saying, Garzilla, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. We are all in control of our own emotions. And, like I said, we turned that trip around, Paige and I. It's just the Godzilla stuff was really kind of what was, getting me a little bit whatever. My boy Zim, the sugar daddy of monstrosities. Godzilla Twitter can only be enjoyed when you lurk, promote, and pick who you're friends with. How true is that? Also, some wisdom from James. I think Japanese companies in general are a bit obsessive when it comes to control. Just today, I read that a game series may be ending as the lead actor's agency doesn't want the game on PC. Completely 1000% believable, James. It's a whole nother world over there. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend that, I know what it's like. In my personal opinion, the one observation I've made from both the standpoint of Toei, maybe not so much Subaraya. Subaraya seems to be doing it a little bit better than both. But both of those companies feel like they've been tripping left and right trying to figure out how to market to the American, fandom population, trying to get more people into it, not, for instance, the not promoting your Godzilla anime, your new Godzilla anime at an anime convention, no matter how you look at it, is just stupid. It's just stupid. But, whatever. What else we got? I can tell it's a bad place. I wish there was a solitary environment for fandoms to chat freely without the drama. You can. I don't really know if such a place truly exists. It really just depends. I mean, the Monstrosities Discord, which, like I said, even though I'm taking a break from it, I'm stepping back from it right now. It's under the watchful eye of both Zimzilla and Don Potts, and those guys, they don't know this yet, but if there was ever going to be a transfer of power, like if I was ever to step away from it entirely, it'd be going to those two guys if they wanted it and they could do whatever they wanted with it. But I kind of feel like we've cultivated a nice little community over there. It's only like a couple hundred people, and they're not always, active at once and stuff. But when you don't have the randos just kind of like walking into the channel, or rather the Discord server, you can actually get people to actually have some good conversations, adult conversations, mature conversations, but it can't be public. Like that's the biggest thing, it has to be cultivated. It has to be monitored, and the people that are the bad apples, the people that don't play nice, boot them, and Lord knows that we've had plenty of those over time, so I don't know. Having opinions on Godzilla Twitter is a death sentence. Truth. Freaking truth. Paleontologist. Mike, what's going on, man? Vintage tension. Oh boy, what did I miss? Mike, you missed it all, dude. You missed it all. We had almost 80 people in here listening to story time about anime Matsuri. We went over the good stuff, and then we went over all the other stuff. And and then me recounting how I'm kind of pulling out of the community a little bit here, not stopping entirely, but it is what it is. Matt, did you hear about the first episode of Ultraman Trigger got the biggest premiere in Tokusatsu history? I did not, Badre. That's actually really cool. That's actually really freaking cool. I did hear that Trigger did premiere. Max watched it. He said he liked it. I still haven't watched it yet. I think it's still doing the simulcast thing with YouTube. So like there's really there's no excuse on my end to not go and watch it. I still got to finish Zet. I still got to finish Jeed. Oy. Too much stuff to watch. That's awesome. I had no idea. That's really cool. I'm curious to see what you guys think of Trigger. I know Zet started off really strong, and then when we kind of realized that it wasn't really going to go anywhere, that's when people were starting to like tune out and stuff. So whatever. What do we got? TJ Storm says he wanted his Godzilla to fight Desoroya, and that was pretty much it. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. I wasn't there for that. That would be interesting. I mean, why not? Why not? What theme do you like more? King of the Monsters, Monsterverse, or Ultima's new theme? Oh man, that's tough. Ken Sawada? Is that the guy who did Singular Point, the music? Look, Bear McCreary, I'm an old school Bear McCreary fan. Since Battlestar Galactica, man. That guy has been nothing short of amazing. I like them both for different reasons. I think that, I'm not trying to bash on Singular Point, but I think that the King of the Monsters theme is a little bit more epic, but it's also because it has more budget behind it, I know I've said before, like it took me a long time to get into Sawada's music score for Singular Point. And towards the last quarter, maybe the last half, I think there was more music tracks there that I really enjoyed, the Godzilla theme being among them. But it's almost apples and oranges, almost, this series I'm guessing did not even have a quarter of the budget that King of the Monsters had, but it's still, still pretty good. I like it. So let's see. Why not bag into the Monsterverse? He needs a movie for once. No, he doesn't. It's a dead idea, Joey. We don't need more bacon, baggin. Bilbo Baggin. A Hobbit kaiju. Bilbo Baggin. Make it happen. They announced Tiga, Dinah, and Gaia. That's right. Cool. TJ Storm wasn't ever Godzilla and GBK. They just reused old assets. This is true. Nickzilla, what up, man? My bro and I were the ones cosplaying as Godzilla and Kong with the axe. Yep, that's super cool. I keep on forgetting Rainy's in here too. Hi, Rainy. Everybody also needs to go check out freaking Rainy's YouTube channel. She's amazing. And, of course, Mike is going to owe me another $100 after this. But Mike, Vintage Attention, the single best tokusatsu channel on YouTube. Go watch it. Hey, Matt, I wish they make more Godzilla games, PS4, and more movies from the 90s to 2020s. I think that's what you're saying from JR. By the way, JR, hello. Glad to see you're in here. There was a couple of articles that came out regarding Godzilla gaming. One that I don't think was translated, but I know Zim got his hands on it. And then Gomaru finally got off their butts and actually translated something for once. This is why I'm negative, remember? And there was a Famitsu article about Godzilla gaming, like Toho games and stuff. I didn't read that article, but from what I understand, both of those articles actually had a lot of extensive information in there about kind of like what they're trying to do. And I think one of the biggest things was like, if I remember right from what I was reading, just people talking about it on Twitter when I was still reading Twitter, was that they wanted to eventually make console games, which would be really cool. I'm still waiting for a good Godzilla game. I'm not talking about mobile. I'm talking about like a console game. And I'm tired of kind of just accepting what we get. The PS4 Godzilla game had some good things to it, but I mean, it got old after about an hour. I mean, it was kind of done. Now the thing's like, $400 just to buy a copy, which is ridiculous. So, oh, hey, it's that guy from Toku Shouts to Ultraman Day Marathon. I think they're talking about this guy, that guy right there, this guy right here, Mike Den. Yeah, yeah. See, I'm friends with the guys that work for Tokushatsu. I'm friends with the guys who run the panels on Anime Matsuri, and I'm just not bad for a grumpy fuck. I can make friends. I can at least say that they're both good guys. Mike is not just good. Mike is extraordinarily fucking good at what he does. Let's see. What else do we got? No, Take Me Higher opening for the Tiga Western release because Johnny's and Associates, which go watch Mike's video on that over at Vint Intention. He breaks it down really good. Screw Johnny's. It's ridiculous. And from Mike, the whole thing with the TTG is that they are technically aren't NEHD masters yet for them since the Blu-rays are just upscales. Cool. That's what Max was telling me. And this is also from about 10 minutes ago. I should probably go all the way up here. Okay. What do we got? I'd love to be in the Discord if ever possible. Mike, if you contact Zimzilla99 or Potts on here, Potts Kaiju Fan, if you're like on Twitter or something like that, tell them, like, if you get in contact with them, and they'll be able to invite you on. I closed all the public stuff because we were getting people coming in left and right that were just causing trouble, and I put us in lockdown, and I kind of haven't really relented on that yet. If the transfer of power was ever to happen to, and if they accepted it for Zim and Don, they would decide how they want to run things. But for now, I'm still keeping it. It's like, just, it is what it is. But if you want in, Mike, I would talk to them. You can probably get them on Twitter, Instagram. I know Zim's on Twitter, but I think Don is more active on Instagram, and they could throw you an invite or something. So cool. Yay, Rainy. What up? Ooh, here's a question. What is your favorite Godzilla incarnation? Mine is Myragoji Giragoji. Myragoji is Millennium. What is Gira? Oh, Giragoji is Megagiras? Megagiras, whatever you want to say it. It's tough, man. As I hit my mic. I'm looking over here because Godzilla Earth is here. I mean, if we're going to break it down by era, let's break it down by era. 68 is always going to be a favorite of mine. That suit was incredible. 74 is another one. 74, 73. Those are like two incarnations I particularly really enjoy. I think 68 for me is like quintessential Showa Godzilla. Even though I kind of, more personal speaking, I kind of like 74 better, but I think 68 is just like, that is Godzilla for me. Heisei Godzilla, 90s Godzilla. I know that the design kind of changed throughout the years, a little bit, little tweaks here and there. But I got to say, I think 91 is probably my favorite there. The King Ghidorah iteration. 89 was fine, but 91 is really good. 92 is good too. I mean, they look exactly the same, but something about 91 I really enjoy. Millennium wise, 2000 is great. Myragoji is, as you said, I really enjoy that one. Most of the Millennium suits aren't bad, even though I don't like the Kiryu, whatever, the Mechagodzilla films, Tokyo SOS against Mechagodzilla. Even though I don't like those films, the suit in there is still awesome. And then, of course, I got to tell you, the three Reiwa incarnations, Shin, Earth, Ultima, mwah, absolutely adore them, all three of them, for different reasons. Earth probably inches his way up on top just because personal reasons, but Ultima is probably not too far behind, So yeah, so Earth, Ultima, and Shin, even though I really like Shin. Shin is freaking great. Let's see. I do feel you on being a little burned out on the Godzilla Kaiju fandom, Matt. I'm planning on starting my own YouTube channel soon, but I'm planning on starting. Shay, it's a good community to be a part of, like it's you gotta find there are positives in doing this. Like the positives are, doing a stream like this and seeing it kind of tick up to almost 80 people and just talking about just random stuff. And also being, supported and stuff by people here. the Monstrosities community, and I do feel like we're a community because we do have, a constant kind of array of faces and stuff, and we have friends who have become friends and stuff like that. Um, our little community, even though I'm very biased, I feel is very supportive. I feel like it's very inclusive. Um, I there's been so many things popping up over the past year of, and forgive me for getting into it, but for diversity, or the lack thereof, whether it be on a racial level or whether it be on like an LGBTQ level or stuff like that. But we have just such an array of people here, and they're all fucking cool. They're not assholes. Um, it's the one thing that's a good positive about the, like, if we're gonna take the monstrosities portion and apply that to the kaiju community, that portion is good, and there are people out there that will support you and people out there that will do a lot of nice things and do good things. And it's just, I think the loudest voices in the room typically are the ones that make it not so fun for other people. It's life, I guess. It's not just our fandom, it's life. But you should not stop making your YouTube channel. Go for it. If you're on the Discord, if you're a part of it, throw it out there. There's good people out there for sure. That all of them showed up here tonight. Rainy, Laura, Jim, Zim, Davis, Garzilla, all these guys. Every single one of you. Joey Sullivan, Toku Punk. Oh my god, we got Yoko Oguchi in the house. I had to pull out a Yoko's Shin Godzilla thing that was on the 29th, and I feel bad for that, but I was telling Yoko. I was giving Yoko the brief rundown about what happened, that I need to kind of pull more back from Godzilla stuff and interacting and everything. This is, yeah. The After Darks will probably still happen. Maybe not as much, less is more, right? You guys have seen my face lots of times. It's the first time we've done this in a while. This might be why we've actually had a pretty good turnout tonight, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Plus, I not rolling my eyes because I have to, but I got to still try to get Yoko on take 3. So it's Yoko is good people. He's very good fucking people. You guys should go support Yoko. Go watch his short films. Go subscribe to his YouTube. He's a great fucking guy for sure. Trigger episode 1 was better than all 43 episodes of Kamen Rider Saber so far. Damn. Matt's pulling a scry and leaving to be a DJ in Final Fantasy 14. No, Laura, I'm not even gonna lie. I've actually thought a lot about like where would I go if I ever left this fandom, because I really don't know what I would do. I mean, I would probably go and try to do another short film project or something and see where that goes. But I don't want to leave this fandom, or what we have here. I don't want to leave that, but I don't know. History is still being written, I guess. Hey Matt, I do like Godzilla Unleashed Wii game. They should make it for the PS4. There's still a lot of people who are like really wanting the remasters for that, right? Unleashed, all the Pipeworks games, right? The Pipeworks trilogy, I think is what they call it, right? They're fine. I think they're better than the PS4 Godzilla game, not graphically, but maybe like play wise. Story of Monsters Melee for the GameCube was fun. What did I have? I had one of them for the PS2. I don't remember which one that was. And I did get one for the Wii, Unleashed, but then I sold it like an idiot. But Unleashed on the Wii would have been fun if the controls had been different. I didn't like the motion controls on that. It was hard for a boomer like me even 10 years ago, So my little bro got our axe autographed by TJ Storm, Kaylee Hottie, and D-Man 1954. That is awesome, my friend. I did not get TJ Storm's or Kaylee's autograph. I probably should have gotten Kaylee's. I have TJ Storm's already. I don't know if you guys can see it. You see that picture right there? His autograph is somewhere there, along with Doherty and the three mocap guys that did Ghidorah. But that's really cool, man. You guys did a really good job on your costume. The axe that he was talking about, that Nick Zilla was talking about, it was a light up axe, and it wasn't like store bought. Like they made it, and it would flash. I think there was different light settings in there, and Nick Zilla can attest further. But it was it could, like, I think it could pulse, and then it would like flash almost like electricity or something. It was so cool. It was so cool. Derek brought them up in the very beginning of the panel before the guests had arrived, and they were talking about how they made the axe and stuff. It was really well done. So yeah, Nick Zilla, kudos to both you and your little brother, because that was seriously well done. Really well done. Lord Kaiju X, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you here in a while. GameCube controller should have been an optional method to play Godzilla Unleashed on the Wii. Would have made things smoother. Agreed. I like the GameCube controller. That was a nice one. That was a nice one. Well, we have After Darks on Big Jack's channel. Oh goodness. Oh boy. Well, Val. And I want to. I haven't seen or talked to Valerie in so long. I miss Valerie. Yeah, you might have to talk to Big Jack about that, Valerie, because I don't know when the After Darks of old, the craziness of people are going to end up coming back again. Maybe my boomer self will settle down in the next couple weeks here, and I'll be a little bit more, active. I do want to I want to talk to Laura and Nick, like not here, like in chat. I want to actually talk to them, catch up. Same thing with like Andres and Bryce and Mike, and Big Jack hasn't been on in forever. So we'll see. Maybe not tonight, but we'll see. You should read Rainey's comment. What did Rainey say? What did Alex say? Hold on. I'm looking. Rainey, what did you say? The best way to be a fan is not to impose your opinion on others and force them to agree. Oh man, Rainey, I'm pretty convinced you're not of the planet Earth, because that's a reasonable statement, and it's an incredibly true statement. I fully agree. Yeah, it's I agree. Matt giving the Shin design a shout out is exactly what I wanted to hear. Oh, dude, no, Shin is beautiful. Shin is a wonderful movie, which, by the way, what I should have done, but I was an asshole when I was talking about Yoko before, is I had to pull out of a stream, and the stream is what Yoko's doing on the 29th. So Yoko and a bunch of other people are doing a live watch along of Shin Godzilla on July 29th, which is going to be the movie's 5-year anniversary, right? 5 fucking years since Shin came out. Good God. Where does time go? It was 5 years ago that Shin came out. I remember when Max had just come back from Japan. I don't know if you guys can see this, but up on the shelf here, see that big orange thing right there on the top shelf? That's the theater exclusive Shin Godzilla. Max got us a bunch of those when he went to go see that. And yeah, I think I saw Shin like 5 times in theaters in the US. Saw it once in Japan in 2017. Saw it again in 2019 here in the States. And then I think I might have watched it last year with Max. But I'm up for another watch of that. The movie's fantastic. It's not that I don't want to watch it with Yoko and the rest of them. I just, like I said, I just need to go solo for a little bit, Just need to occupy my own space and just do my thing, and not bring down anybody else, with whatever it is that I'm feeling right now. But yes, go support Yoko, because he's awesome. And what Zim said, yeah, just message me Discord and I'll invite you, Mike. So yeah, so anybody that you guys want to, if you guys want to go to the Discord, message Zim. That's how you do it. What is up, all you see? How you doing? Cloud book. What's a cloud book? What are you talking about? I'm confused. I'm confused. Still haven't watched Godzilla Singular Point other than knowing Godzilla has multiple forms again, which I'm sort of mixed with. Yeah, I'm still curious about the damn forms. I'm hoping the new book that comes out this week is going to shed a little bit more light on that because I still think I'm looking over here because sorry, I'm always whenever I'm referring to something, I'm like, oh, it's Earth. Oh, Aquatilis, Amphibia, Terrestris, and then Ultima. Um, Terrestris and Ultima I like quite a bit because they actually did something. Terrestris we didn't see a million, like it wasn't like for so long, but we got to see him do some cool stuff, different stuff, the flesh coming out of his back to flesh, blood, whatever it was to like, catch the missile in midair. His Minya ring of death that he shot at that Phantom Rodan. But as far as like, I was gonna take them out, but they're all like stacked up over there. But as far as like Aquatilis and Amphibia go, they do nothing essentially outside of looking like classic Toho monsters. Um, you know, Aquatilis jumps over a boat and swims around. Uh, Amphibia gets on land, roars twice, has like some cold fire breath thing, and then get goes into a cocoon. And then Terrestris comes out, and Terrestris does stuff, and then Ultima comes and just annihilates everybody. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it either. It's Shin did it in a way that I enjoyed. Shin did it better. And I love Singular Point, but Shin did the multiple forms better. Who knows? Oh, we got Jay from Nerdcade Live. What is up? Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is reserved for Paul Tackett, but I got to do my stupid Jay impression, which is not all that great. I'd like to see another Godzilla fighting game, but not 3D. 2D animated like MVC, but better, obviously. By MVC, I think he means Marvel vs. Capcom, which would be really cool, I think I'm a bigger fan of the 2D Godzilla games than I am of like the 3D ones. As far as fighting games go, the one for the Super NES, Daikaiju, no. Oh, man. Kaiju Daikisen, is that what it is? The Super Nintendo one that came out in like 93, 94 for the Super Famicom. And then obviously King of the Monsters 1 and 2 made by SNK. Those are really fun. But I wouldn't mind seeing that. And then there is the Daikaiju Daikisen indie game that is out there that we still need to see if we can get Professor Kaiju on. So my dad's a big fan of you. Well, tell your dad thank you. I really appreciate you coming in here and watching. Sorry, it's not necessarily all like fun and games tonight. It's been a bit of a weird week, but I'm glad I did this. I didn't know if this was going to be good or bad tonight, but again, I appreciate you guys, coming in here. Really do. From RJ, I like the every time I say RJ Godzilla 81, I think of Alex because she goes by Rainy J, and back in the day she was called RJ. So I'm like, wait a minute, that's the other RJ. That's RJ Godzilla 81. I like the Wii version of Godzilla Unleashed. I unlocked all the monsters, and my sister moved out and accidentally took it with her and never returned it. And she hates Godzilla. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm sorry. 5 years, my man. Damn, dude. Yeah, I can't believe that. There was I'm trying to remember the last Shin thing I bought. It's probably a book. I don't remember. Shin Godzilla is probably my number one Godzilla movie of all time, honestly. It took me a little while because it was always kind of 54. I know it's kind of the cliche answer, but like I think that Shin Godzilla inches up just a little bit. I think it's a better contemporary movie. I know a lot of people disagree with that. I'm not expecting them to agree, but for me personally, Shin was amazing. I love it. Matt, stop making me feel old. I trip out when thinking about Godzilla 2014 being 7 years ago. Yeah, dude. Yeah, in 3 years it'll be a decade, which is insanity. It's really, oh man, time flies, man. I'm telling you what, time freaking flies, and it's oi, it's something else. Excited for the Shin watch along. Awesome. Yeah, Jay's going to be a part of it. Are you sure about Shin Godzilla being beautiful? I mean, he looks. Oh well, I guess true beauty. I mean, it's not maybe not physically beautiful, but the movie's pretty beautiful. I'd say the first half of Shin Godzilla, like cinematically speaking, like is pretty much perfection as far as Godzilla movies go for me, in my personal opinion. The last half, it could have used another round in the editor, but that first half, man, oi, I love the editing on that thing. So good. I used to say it was like the best edited Godzilla movie, period. And I think that it still might hold true in some cases, but that it's hard to say that statement with a straight face when you think about like the end, or not the end, but the last half of the movie after he does the atomic breath, and you have like the German scene and all that stuff. It's just like, ugh, whatever. I love my little Shin shrine. Yep, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yo, Albert, what's going on, man? How you doing? I had something that I don't think I actually showed off. He reminded me. Okay, let's see if I can show this to you. Okay, let's see. Do you guys see that up there? That it was like with the purple. I can't take it down. It's exclusive art that I don't know where it came from, but it was done for City on the Edge of Battle. Really cool, really beautiful. I think it might have come with like an Amazon Japan Blu-ray set or something, but because it has the whole not for sale thing in the lower hand corner. I have a Planet of the Monsters one, which I know came in the Steelbook Blu-ray on Amazon. But yeah, got that off Macari. You know what? I think I actually showed that. Never mind. I think I showed that on one of the streams, but it's still pretty cool stuff. So let's see. Yep. Oh, this is about the Kong axe. Yep. It was all made of foam, except the lights were LEDs with different modes. The handle was both a shipping tube, and the tip was toilet paper roll. That's awesome. The blade was made from foam hollowed out. Dude, you did a good job. You did a really good job. My little bro did the paint job on it. No, you guys did fantastic. There was some really cool costumes. I didn't see it. I saw it from a distance, but I saw the tail end of it. Somebody did MonsterVerse Mechagodzilla as well. And I didn't get to see the whole thing. That was pretty cool. But a lot of people dressed up in like costume and stuff. I'm trying to think if there was some Final Fantasy VII cosplayers there. I'm sorry, I don't know if I've ever expressed this. I like Final Fantasy VII. It was like my jam back in junior high. And when Remake came out last year, I loved the game. I still love the game. I don't like the ending very much, but I love the game. It's like, I would say it's like, well, it's a lot like the movie The Mist. I love the movie The Mist, except I hate the ending. It's like that with Final Fantasy VII Remake. But a lot of Cloud Stripes that I liked. What else was there? I don't know. But the Kong axe thing was so freaking cool. The Effects Cloud book, I want to see it. Oh. That was what you're talking about. Okay. This was from 13 minutes ago. So I'm pretty far behind here. This is okay. I'm sorry that we're doing another book show off, but Laura wanted to see this the other day. And I got to thank Mike for alerting me to this. So this is Tokusatsu Skies, okay? And it is about an artist whose name I do not know off the top of my head, and about all the beautiful fucking matte paintings he did during the Showa era, and even with, actually, you know what? I'm just going to take off the cover because it's just going to mess up with the obi. Check this out. Like, it's all just about the backgrounds that he painted for it and everything. Some really beautiful stuff, not just Godzilla, not just Ultraman, some of the Toho war films as well. Stuff like this. There's even an interview in the very back. Actually, this is actually the cool part. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually. They have a whole process here, Laura, and I'm not going to show you everything, but like they actually show them in the process of making this stuff, which in my opinion is the worthwhile stuff. It's always cool to see things from the movies, but even cooler to actually see them, do the actual thing. So the first half of it is the photos and stuff. Some more stuff there for you. And then the back half of it, which is again what I would like to translate, I just haven't had the time yet. It is all the text-based stuff because it's the interview, and I'm assuming probably the biography about the guy who did all this stuff. And again, I'm a terrible fan because I don't know the guy's name. But this is an exquisite, exquisite book. Truly one of those things that just makes you really appreciate the art form of tokusatsu, you know? And we you know, the Western cliche goes that it's all cardboard buildings and rubber suits and whatever else. And the amount of craftsmanship that goes into something like this, for instance, you know, I'm sorry, I'm putting it upside down, is really just it's something else. This might, I don't know if this is still available. This came out earlier in the year. I would try CD Japan first to see if they have it, and then if you couldn't find it there, maybe try to look on Yahoo Japan auctions and or Mercari Japan. And I can give you a middleman service if you need it, Laura, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So, okay. Going to go all the way down because I'm so far behind right now. Let's see. That's so cool. I want that book. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Definitely pick it up if you can. The FF7 is one of my favorite games from Square Enix. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Glad to visit again. Been tough here and there, but my goodness, lots to be grateful for, especially here. Hope you're all well. Yeah, man. I hope you're okay too. Hope you're okay too. It's yeah, things are weird. I'm glad to see you, man. I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully we can bring a bit of a smile to you tonight. A little bit. We get to meet the guy dressed as Mechagodzilla. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. What? My sister says the end of the mist is what makes the film. What? Different strokes, I guess, man. I don't agree at all. That ending just kills me. It ruins it for me. They should have just gone with the novella's ending, personally. I hate that ending to The Mist. I think the movie is so brilliant up until that point. And listening to Darabont try to like justify it and stuff, like he compares it to The Green Mile, which is like a fucking travesty because The Green Mile is another one of my favorite movies of all time. Like that movie rocks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But he tries to equate it to the ending of The Green Mile. It's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. It was France, not Germany and shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, it was France. My mistake. Some kind of European country. I'm not a true fan. I don't know the guy's name in the book, and I don't know the country of which. Are you? Wait. Wasn't there Germans in there? Wasn't there like German scientists? Didn't the French? Didn't France like delay the UN thing because Russia was gonna or China or somebody was gonna launch the nuke? Weren't there Germans in Shin Godzilla, or am I just like completely out of it right now? Maybe. I don't know. You might have missed it earlier, Matt, but the name I'm thinking of is the Gojira Shei 1991. I like it. The combination of my name and the old Japanese name of the Godzilla dance from Monster Zero. I like it. And the year I was born. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Do it. That's amazing. I like that a lot. I'm happy I found this channel when Godzilla 2014 was coming out back in the day. Then does make me feel old as well. Yeah, 2014 was quite the time. Yeah, that was something. That was something. I don't want to go back there, but that was something. We can make it a shit show at the end, a true after dark. Maybe not. Maybe not. LOL, Matt, you ain't got the energy. Brian's more convincing, but I'm flattered. Fair enough. I don't have the energy tonight, period. I'm still freaking tired from this past weekend. So I'm not like, yes, it's, whatever. But you do have a certain energy output that needs to always be like, just crazy. So Shin did it in an unsettling way. I think the most terrifying transformation is the fourth form. We don't see him change. It just happens off screen. Agreed. He's just there 1 second, and then all of a sudden he's form 3 1 second, and then he's, the biggest Godzilla ever by that point. So I think it was the Germans that helped them calculate the formula engine. Yes, that's what I was talking about. Yes, that's it. That's it. French helped them delay the nuclear launch. Yes, cool. Man, I guess I'm in the minority here. Fair enough. I'm not telling you guys are wrong. I love the miss ending too, but if the source had a different ending, then he should have shot an alternate ending for fans of that. It's funny because if I remember right, Darabont said that like the ending he chose was like hinted at in the original ending, which is like whatever. The original ending is a lot like the ending in the Will Smith version of I Am Legend. Um, if you guys have seen that film, you kind of know how it ends, but it's good stuff. Hey, Mark, thanks for coming in, man. It was good seeing you, and it was good meeting you too at the con. Thanks for coming and saying hi. And your car was amazing, dude. Really cool stuff. So, Matt, love you, brother. Hey, what's up, Kaijutopia? What's going on, dude? Hey, I just watched your animation today or a couple days ago. The Burning Godzilla versus Destoroyah. Really cool, dude. Really cool. So sorry, we're plugging all these channels tonight. Guys, go watch Kaijutopia. Go subscribe to his channel. He does a lot of stop motion kaiju stuff over there. He does a lot of After Effects stuff on par with like Jake from Daikaiju Legends and all that. Really neat stuff. Really neat stuff. So Kaijutopia, thank you for coming. And again, amazing animation, my man. Your effect work is brilliant. Love you, brother. What are the Godzilla Singular Points book? What are the Godzilla Singular Point books you ordered? The Mook, Uchisen number 72, 172. The latest New Type that came out, so the August edition of New Type, and there was something else too. But the Mook is the big thing that's coming out. That's probably going to be the thing that's going to have the most information outside of it. And Kaijutopia, I don't know if you saw earlier. Sorry, I'm just showing these out. These came last week. Pretty cool. This one, I mean, actually, they're both really good. I can't say one or the other, but really good stuff here. But I have 3 of those damn Mooks on order, so I'll be selling 2 of them or doing a giveaway or something. But they're good stuff. Hopefully, they'll be good stuff. I should say. So. Man, I am. Yeah, I like the ending. The ending was what made the miss great for me. Shocked me the first time. Damn, I am just. And then James, I like the ending, the miss, but I also like Bleak Things. The movie will always stand out. And it was the first movie I watched in the theaters after getting my braces removed. Nice. Okay, should I'm not going to be that person that Rainey was talking about. It's like, you got to instill your opinions on other people. I think Night of the Living Dead did it better. Bleak endings are fine if they make sense. The thing that bugs me about that is like if they waited 5 minutes, they would have been rescued. And I think it's just a little bit too melodramatic, I think it doesn't feel very organic to me. And I don't really know what the lesson is outside of like good things come to those who wait. And then it's just like dun or it just ends. I don't know what I was doing there. And that's kind of like my problem with it. Like bleak endings are good. Invasion of the Body Snatchers from the 70s, like that had a good bleak ending. Night of the Living Dead, we already talked about. That was a good bleak ending. There's got to be some other ones. You guys have ever seen Long Weekend? That has a bleak ending. The Australian horror movie, that's really freaking good. Damn, there's got to be other ones. The Fly, yeah, The Fly from Cronenberg's The Fly. You want to talk about a bleak ending? That freaking thing! Oh my god, fucking gets a head full of shotgun, and Gina Davis falls and is crying, and everything is quiet as it fades to black, and there's sparks going everywhere, and the credits come up and that fucking Howard Shore music just swells up, that dun dun dun. I have the soundtrack someplace. Like bleak, emotional, like I had tears in my eyes, like, oh, the bleak as fuck, but such a brilliant ending. The Thing, 1982, that was another one I thought that was pretty cool. the ending to that one. I gotta watch that movie again sometime. Yeah, so I don't mind bleak endings. I didn't feel The Mist was as good as some of my favorite ones. But you guys, again, you guys can like it. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Oh wait. Okay, hold on. Davis is saying missed it, Cole. LOL. Is Cole here? Why am I not seeing Cole here? Cole, if you're here, you ginger, and you didn't say hello, I'm going to be really upset. I'm going to be sad. But I'm not seeing Godzilla Gamer 77 on here. Anyways, we'll keep going. Nick, what's up? I just got home from work and already became the book is better guy. LOL on The Mist. See, this is why I like Nick. There's a lot of reasons why I like Nick. I also found out that Nick doesn't like crowds. This is also why I like Nick. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. And also apparently he has like secret Italian sauce or something. That's why Brian likes him so much too. So, we got Danny in here. Hold on. What is Danny in here? Oh yeah. What's up, Danny? Square Enix can do good stuff. Heck, my favorite game comes from them. Life is Strange. Nice. Still need to play Life is Strange. Let's see. Oh, we got Paul Tackett, $5. 12:29 a.m. Godzilla Gamer 77. Oh, the human centipede that shoots fire. Oh, dude. Yes, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Yep. Fat wank time. Yep. And no one's gonna know what the hell that means. No, I got to meet Cole over the weekend too, and he was one of the guys that it was him, Davis, and Derek that I got to hang out with the most. Real quick, Paul, again, thank you for the $5. You are always generous, and I really appreciate it, man. And thank you for calling attention that Cole was here. Yeah, and we had some really good laughs, and we played Super Fight. We played the rated R edition of Super Fight, and what this refers to, the human centipede that shoots fire is coming for you. There was other elements involved in that I just cannot discuss here because it's like it was disgusting, but it was amazing. So let's see. 77. Oh man, it's fun to get this man triggered. Majora's Mask number 5. God, that's awesome. Let's see. The endings to both the original and the remake of The Fly were really good. I remember the original as being pretty good too. If I've seen the original, I have not. I don't remember it. I've seen the ending to the original, so I must have seen the original at some point. I have no idea. If they had helped the lady get home to her child, they would have survived too. Hence why you see her with the military, which is another like it's like I don't know what they're trying to say. I don't know. Whatever. By the way, Andrew, it's good to see you, dude. Glad you're here. Let's see. Good things might come to those who wait, not for those who wait too late. We got to go for all we know. Yes, Big Jack. Yes, poignant words from an unusually calm Big Jack tonight. The Mist ending made me super sad. I know you can read into it by believing the wacky lady saying the kid needed to be sacrificed was correct, but still, yep. Agreed there. Alrighty, I'm sorry that AM21 wasn't as good as they promoted it to be, but I'm gonna go. So stay safe and take care out there, everyone. Nick Zilla, thank you for coming in, man. I really appreciate it. It was super cool, even though we didn't get to meet again. You did an amazing job, you and your brother, on that costume. You guys did really good, so freaking good. So you're too kind, my friend. Thank you. Daikaichi Legends is still light years ahead of me, but I still appreciate it. Well, you do really good stuff, man. It's really freaking good. So, how do you feel about the English dub of SP getting some monster names wrong? Whatever. I mean, I got to be honest. I've only seen the first 2 episodes dubbed. Paige and I were watching it, but we've been watching Community way more lately. I still need to get her through the rest of Singular Point. But like they've already said, like, Pedo 2, they've called it Pedo 2, Pelops 2. it's fine. I'm not going to be like, it needs to be this, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Also glad you checked out Third Planet when you were here, Matt. It's definitely a Houston classic spot for cool collectibles. It's been around since 1975. Oh shoot. Yeah, dude, Third Planet was great. The people there were super nice. That we showed that place a little bit earlier, so it's cool stuff. I am feeling a little bit on the tired side. We've been going for 2 hours, pretty good. We've had a really good turnout tonight, so I thank you guys for coming in here. I gotta bring this up. You're reviewing The Great Escape. It's a great movie. It's actually one of my dad's favorite movies. It was one of his favorite movies. Steve McQueen, dude, the original, freaking mwah, brilliant movie. Brilliant movie. Genuine though, I think that Godzilla Singular Point was a major step in the right direction for the Godzilla anime-based content. Agreed, Connor. And it'd be awesome to learn some more behind the scenes of the series. Well, you will get that, okay? So I'm sure you guys have seen, and this is where my ego is going to come in. I'm going to sound like a dickhead, but it's just going to be what it is. The plan right now is to do kind of a big Godzilla centric episode, Godzilla Ultima centric episode when the book comes out, specifically about the different forms and accumulating all the info that's in there, accumulating the info that is in here, amongst with some other things, and really kind of doing a kaiju of singular point style video for all the forms of Godzilla. The other things I'd like to really hit on too is if they have anything on Mecha Godzilla at the very end. All the monsters that we didn't cover in the kaiju of singular point video. So Kumanga, the Phantom Rodan thing, if that even gets covered. And then just like general information stuff that I'm sure is going to be in there. I know that Takahashi has an interview, Enjo has an interview. Most of the designers have interviews in there. And then we have all the freaking Blu-rays coming out, later in the year, all of which have been pre-ordered. Okay. On my end. So we're going to try to get those commentaries translated, and we're not going to be short on singular point stuff, trying to just, it's something I'm still interested in. And it's something that I find very interesting still, so those are going to be coming out. Phantom Rodan, the Void Rodan, the Black Rodan, that thing that Terrestrius shot out of the sky, and then they couldn't find the body. What I'm guessing is like a super evolved Rodan, a Rodan Ultima, if you will. I don't know even what to call it. It just looked like it was like more of like a ghostly based thing as opposed to like a physical entity, especially since they never actually named it in there. Sorry, Danny. I apologize. I forgot. I apologize. Danny, it's been out for like a month. I'm sorry. Okay. I apologize. Okay. I'll throw in an extra when I buy you your next Godzilla toy. I'll throw in something extra to tell you I'm sorry. Okay. I apologize. You're still in for a lot of treats. Okay. It's not going to be a bad thing. Megalon is peak cinema. No film can touch its wrath. The Greasy Strangler can. Godzilla Gamer 77. Maybe me and Godzilla Gamer 77 should have a debate stream about which movie is more peak cinema, The Greasy Strangler or Godzilla versus Megalon. Might be kind of interesting, I think. Dude, you snooze, you lose. Oh, geez. Paul, I'm sorry, Danny. I'm really sorry. Cool Hand Luke was my 6th grade teacher's favorite movie. It's a great movie. Oh man, Paul Newman, my favorite actor of all time. I love Paul Newman. The only actor I ever actually cried about when he passed away 10 years ago or whatever it was. I actually had to step in, like it was at work, but I had to step away and go to the bathroom to kind of compose myself because God, man. Cool Hand Luke, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Oh man. The Hustler, Color of Money. Yeah, Paul Newman is Harper. That's another one that's really good. The Young Philadelphians, isn't that one? The Young Philadelphians. Um, the what's that other one he was in with Redford? The Sting. The Sting is really good. But yeah, Newman is amazing. Even after all these years, just now turning 40. Yeah, dude, it's a brilliant freaking movie. It's you can really honestly. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, RJ. I forgot about this. Nobody's Fool. It's another one. That's another one. Um, that's really really freaking good. So yeah, I don't know. So good. Just saying, Matt, the Greasing Strangler isn't part of the Criterion Collection. Yeah, but either is a good print of Megalon that had to come out on the this right here. Or where is it? This the Media Blaster one, right? Tokyo Shock. Yeah, Megalon got on Criterion's release as a 2008 transfer that looks like crap. Sorry. No. I'm kidding. CFJ and Mark will let you guys debate those movies in Rage in the Cage on their channel. I doubt it. I doubt they would. And oh yeah, Slapshot. It's another one I need to see. Yep. That's awesome. That's my favorite dressing. Paul Newman. There you go. Yeah, that's Paul Newman. So freaking cool. I find it odd how Rodan looks in the anime. He looks more like a realistic pterosaur instead of how he tends to look in the other movies. Yeah, they really went back on the dinosaur stuff with this one. I mean, even with Godzilla, supposedly. But Godzilla, Rodan, and Gears specifically, like they really went back to the fossil record with those. Um, uh, Rodan, especially. I mean, he looks. It was what the Quetzalcoatlus and just like general pterosaurs were kind of like what they were going after. I think, if I remember. Um, I'm not certain. It sucks. Toho is annoyingly stubborn about refusing giving us good extras, and all we get is nothing more than vanilla, or whatever appeared in that shitty Funimation Shin Godzilla DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. The Japanese Blu-rays look amazing. The extras apparently cost a lot of money. They say that. That's what I'm told. But then I hear things like BFI releasing Shin Godzilla with like all the extra stuff, all the extra content from the Japanese disc set, like all the making of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if it's just companies that want to pony up more money or what the deal is. I really don't know, but it does suck because the Criterion stuff is like that collection is probably the closest that we'll ever get to getting really cool extras outside of say trailers and such. But it's still pretty cool. The few things that we do get on here. So let's see. Godzilla Singular Point has 12 little creatures that have 6 little red and green legs and a pair of purple tentacles. Indeed, it does. Does Greasy Strangler have child abduction while Megalon does? I mean, it has stuff, Cole. It has stuff. You got to see it though, Cole. I'm just saying, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. You just say you just turned 19, but by the time you can't say you're a man until you've seen the Greasy Strangler, okay? Puts hair on your chest, man. That's why guys like Nick in here, why guys like Jane here, like they got beautiful hair, Me, all my hair fell out. I partook too much in the grease. It was so much that I went gray and I lost all my hair. But if you dab into it a little bit, you become a man and you get like the Herculean locks, like the locks of Samson, I think it's about time I end this, don't you? I'm getting a little loopy. And it's only like 9:47 over here. Oi! I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. It's really been a pleasure to be on here with you guys. I appreciate you listening to me before, and also all the supportive words and everything. Like I said, everything is okay. I would love to take a break, if that was an option. This is what I should have said before, but like, it it's not feasible to stop doing videos right now because of the fact that we have momentum going, and if we stop, for the moment. The algorithm will stop recommending us and stop doing stuff. I mean, that's just the bottom line. It stinks, but that's how it goes. But we got stuff coming out. I'm gonna try to see if maybe we can do another. If we can maybe get a take 3 going this week, or maybe over the weekend or something. But I also need to get to work on some videos, so we got that coming. And what is that? Oh, hey Jay, bullshit artist. Thank you for coming in, Jay. Thank you for the $5, man. We got Repod Reptiles here. I didn't know you were here, dude. Thank you so much for coming in. And Nick, I had to get a new chest hair comb. Oh God, that's amazing. All right, guys, you guys are amazing. Cool. Thank you so much. Longest stream ever, huh, Matt? No, longest stream ever was like 6 hours, maybe going on 7. But solo wise, it's 2.5. I think it's pretty good. You guys were great tonight. Thank you for all the donations. I really appreciate it. And like I said, we're not going anywhere. Just stay tuned. Thank you for the support. But if you guys need to get a hold of me for any particular reason, you can still get me on Discord. Even though I'm not like partaking in this stuff, I still get messages on there. And yeah, so lesson of the night: it's the people that make things worthwhile. Toho needs to learn how to promote their stuff, and love your friends. They're really what makes everything from fandom to life worthwhile. So you guys are great, and nothing will scar me like Timmy Uppett. That's when we know, when Timmy Uppett enters the conversation, that's when we know we need to quit. Take care, guys. Have a fantastic